Hi Aquarius, welcome to your Venus retrograde reading. Everything you need to know is in the description box below. So let's get started. Okay, that just flew out. Judgment, just saying. Judgment. So have we reached a decision about a relationship? This is assuming that someone's coming back. I call the reading, we're talking again, now what? Because we got the retrograde and Libra and relationships, all that. So this will cover the 6 weeks, roughly 6 weeks, from October 5th until November 16th. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune reversed is the bottom of the deck energy, and we have clarity. All right, so maybe a bad ending to a relationship, or you just feel like the relationship was bad karmically. Just feeling like nothing, like almost like the relationship just didn't have a chance as far as things outside happening, just like everything constantly delayed, going wrong, no progress, 3 steps forward, 5 steps back, that sort of thing. Okay, so we've got Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, the World upright, and Page of, did I say Ace of Pentacles? Yeah, I did. Page of 5 of Swords reversed. All right. Let's look here. I'm going to clarify where it makes sense to do so. All right, so we got this Page of Pentacles. The reason why you're meeting or talking again is because there is someone's maybe wanting to, it could be a job opportunity, but maybe they're wanting to provide an offer, or they're wanting to talk about security, future planning, maybe work. Hold on a minute. Okay, your partner does not, either they're not feeling the love, or, so I think this is about talking about divvying up property. Yeah, this is not a new offer. This is about, all right, where do we go from here? As far as like, no, it's not even that. What is this? This is your kid. Your kids. That's what this is. Because the love's not there. And they plan on being, they're probably, well, they plan on being a bitch. Just saying. And you need to know the advice here, this in the advice position. Yeah, this is, I think this is a meeting about your kids and their security, or what's going to happen in the future for the kids. It's like this, sorry, you and I are done, we're over, but what about the kids? We need to talk about the kids. Or if there's no kids involved, it's like, what are we going to do for the future as far as, but why would you be meeting unless there was something to talk about for the future? If it's over and done and there's no love loss here, and someone's planning to be a bit cutthroat, almost deceitful about something, it's a means to an end. Whatever interaction you're going to have, it's a means to an end. Why would they want to meet you about security, material things? I mean, this could be about a small accumulation of material resources and whatnot in the relationship that you need to talk about disseminating. Okay, so maybe it's, not an estate or an empire. Okay, fine. But maybe you're meeting to talk about, maybe that's why they're back in the picture, to talk about either kids, or to talk about, sorry, I had to clean my glasses. I know it's noisy. Divvying up community resources. There's no love here. There's either blocked emotions, they blocked it out, and it's just all strictly business at this point, or they have fallen out of love, and this right here makes me think that it's about kids, because this is someone who plans to do whatever they have to do to get what they want. Okay, and this can be a very cold-hearted, manipulative, just outright bitch of a person, man or woman. But this is what makes me think it's about kids. This person could also be the same way about any material resources. So, money, community property, things like that. They could also be a bitch about it. So anyway, this is definitely an ending, and there's going to be moving on. You're going to be open to change. It looks like you're going to be amenable. I want to clarify these two right here. I'm going to clarify these two. And also when you meet, there's going to be no emotion involved either. And it is what it is. We need to talk about this. Definite ending though. This is over and done with. It's just business dealings that you need to firm up, tie up here. What's this world? I want to clarify this world here. What's going on there? Okay, so it's over. It was what it was, but the cycle's complete. I think you feel pretty straight about it, Aquarius. But you need to preserve. We got 2 queens here. Let me look at that. I feel like your security might take a hit. Reversed. Work. 2 queens reversed means work. I feel like your security, you recognize that it's over. I think part of you feels like, okay, you don't care if you have to work your tail off. You're just happy to be free. Especially if this was, this bad relationship here. Like it was just bad from the start and just, oh God. This is funny. Typically this symbolizes like someone feeling kind of insecure, or they're not feeling very stable. It could be emotionally, but they just feel out of sorts, and they just got this nervous energy, and they're always working, they're always going there. There's an imbalance. They devote all their time to a project, whether it's their family's a project, whatnot. Anyway, this to me is like you don't care because you're free. So it has definitely ended. I don't think what I said earlier about your security taking a hit, I don't think you have to worry about that. I don't think you care. I think you're just happy to be working and to be free. And you got nothing better to do but work, so you're like, I'm fine with it. But it's not that this is an insecure, or that, oh my gosh, you're not going to be secure. Your security is going to take it. It's that you could feel that way, or when this is reversed, I generally read it as someone feels that way. It's not true, but they feel that way, and to stave off feeling like they're going to have financial ruin or be unstable financially, they work their tail off. This, I think, is you opting to do that. You may need to, but even if you need to, it's secondary to you wanting to, just because you can, because you're free, and you're like, well, what better thing to do? I just got out of this, so not ready to deal with anybody else. I might as well just work my butt off and try to get some security for my future. And that's what this is. Okay, this is breaking free. Okay, wow. All right, and we've got this 5 of Swords at the end that is talking about just moving on and not wanting to fight anymore, and not needing to win, not caring. Don't need to win this one. Yep, it's all about you, self-preservation, security for yourself, very alone or very solitary, just worrying about yourself, you and your own, I should say. And there's, when this is upright, this is like a painful separation. You don't want to go, but you're literally leaving with the clothes on your back. You're out, This is like the opposite of that. It just kind of doesn't land anywhere, and you just kind of start walking. It kind of reminds me of Forrest Gump, where he just starts running. This is like that. And there's no real emotion to this. It's just like, well, I'd just rather be working, and I'm just only solely going to worry about myself now. The emotional part is like over, I think. I think this is just about things getting sorted, and then you're like, yes, it gets to be about me and my security now, and I don't have to deal with this person anymore. If I do, it's just going to be sort of this nonchalant, like just business. It's just going to be business. There's going to be no emotion attached to it when I am moving on, and it's just, that's what it is. That's it. So, Aquarius, this is about you meeting up again with your ex to talk about business, either business regarding the kids or business regarding dissemination of community property. Either way, you're going to be throwing yourself into work because you can, and you really don't care about a relationship right now. And you certainly are pretty done with this one. I think you kind of know already what this person's capable of, and yet it doesn't faze you because you feel pretty secure now that you're free. It's like, now that I'm out, you can't touch me. So, yeah. Let's look at the first 2 weeks of Venus retrograde for Aquarius. October 5th through October 19th-ish, give or take a day for Aquarius. First 2 weeks. First 2 weeks is going to be waiting and probably not a lot of progress or hearing from the other person regarding this issue right here. That's the first 2 weeks. And you're not friends with this person. There's really no need to communicate. You know, it's not even that you really like them or hate them. You kind of just don't care. They're just a non-issue for you. It was a bad ending and you just have no use for that person anymore. Middle part of the retrograde. So October 19th-ish to November 3rd-ish, give or take a day. And we've got breaking free from this unhealthy relationship and maybe feeling lonely, maybe feeling like you took a financial hit. I don't think this is about you feeling lonely, though. I don't think that's a problem for you. I think this is about... And yet, okay, taking a hit financially, and yet you don't care. Honestly, the Aquarians that I'm reading for, it's like, yeah, okay, but I'll make that money again. I'm just glad to be free. This is over. It's okay. Yeah, I'll make the money again. It's fine. I'm just glad to be out of there. Sorry, you can't see this. But I moved this up right here. Okay, so this is clarifying that. And this was clarifying that. You guys still be able to see that in the front? Oh, okay, yeah, fine. And move that up here now. This up here now. This is going to be over here, but that's okay. All right, so the last 2 weeks is you're going to be making... last 2 weeks are showing you making future plans, making a lot of decisions, and maybe having dalliance. I don't think so. I don't think this is about you hooking up with somebody or even this other person, because there's just no, it doesn't feel like there's any emotion for this other person. It just feels like it's all business. This could be about things happening quickly. So that we go from no communication and just in your separate corners, not really talking, communicating, waiting to see what happens. You've completely let go. You'll be contacted when you are, and then we'll sign this, and then we're done, blah, 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 blah. And this is about shoring that up. This is about ending the cycle as far as either paperwork or just getting all of that out of your system physically, like shoring up the property or dealing with the issue with the kids if you have kids. But this is about breaking free of that, and the paperwork and the process and all that, whatever's going on, the agreements that you make is all about even further breaking free. It's just distancing you from it. Emotionally, it's like you're just not attached at all. You're good. And this is, oh shucks, I was gonna say something and I forgot. It's just that it's you're free from this broken home. That's what it was. You are distancing yourself and you are free from this broken home. So it's twofold. On the surface, it's like literally freedom from a broken home, but also the actions that you take regarding paperwork, discussions, this and that, legally, whatever, is going to distance you even further. It's going to feel right. You're not even worried about it. It's just, it keeps coming up that you're not worried about it. And I know that I'm beating a drum here and I blah, 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 but I just feel nothing. I feel like this is just nothing to you. It's just... Now, air signs, though, even if they are still in love with you, they'll cut their arm off to be able to leave. They will not. They will still cut you down. Even if they're still in love with you, they'll still punch you in the face. I mean, they're, or worse. So maybe that's what this is, but... And then here we have future plans, and... For some of you, this might be passionate interludes or kind of meeting up with somebody quickly and things progressing quickly, but it's not going to be stable, but you're okay with that. You're not really worried about anybody else but yourself right now. So you don't mind just an in and out type of thing, or just a friend with benefits. It could also be that things are going to happen quickly, though, with the resolution of this. Maybe that's why. Got a guardian angel over your shoulder. You are being watched over and you are set free. So I guess you kind of need one if you know what this person's capable of and they plan on being, treating this as a means to an end. Maybe that's why you're not worried. Your safety and sanity and getting clear of this is much more important to you. And you're being supported with that. I just love that picture. I just love that picture. Look at that. It's so cute. This is about belonging. It's about acceptance, assimilation, and I think this is about you finally finding your fit, because it sure as hell wasn't with this person. This is about you being free to find your new like-minded group of people. And feeling like you have made the right decision, and just that things are as they should be, and you are now in sync, because it's all about you and taking care of yourself and setting yourself up. And the way I feel right now, it feels like it's so positive, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, damn, isn't anybody, this is kind of, but it's, no, you're okay with it. You're fine. Probably showing up for confirmation. All right, learning. Where's that Two of Wands? This is part of that is discovery, like the planning, like you might be learning new things, but I think this is about you revisiting. If I may be so bold as to say, parts of yourself that you might have given up or given over to this person just to make it work, like the parts of yourself you've forgotten, this and that. So there's a bit of rediscovery here, but you're also going to probably find out a few things that, that will just solidify the fact that this could have never gotten past a certain point. That's rather trivial, but I do think this is also about you starting off on your own, liking it, just learning how to be alone. Not that you need to and that you're sad, just that, oh, okay, I don't have to worry about this anymore. Oh, that's cool. I can move here. And especially if there's kids involved, that's going to be an adjustment also. But it's growth. It's positive. It's going to be just fine. There's no going back. You're divinely protected. You have definitely set yourself free, and you're free now to find and create with a group of like-minded people and people you feel truly at home with. But for some of you, I feel like that's going to be solitary. I feel like you're just perfectly fine right now going solo, because you got a lot of stuff to figure out with this new adjustment with the kids. You might be taking a financial hit, some of you, and you're like, okay, I just got to figure out my schedule now because I'm going to be working a lot, that sort of thing. All right, so Aquarius, that is what I have for you. I hope it was helpful. I hope to see you in the next reading, and take care. Okay, bye.